We back. Teenagers, boy, I tell you. Teenagers, they don't communicate right. All right. Yeah, I got in the car, and then as soon as I got out the neighborhood, oh, I caught a ride. It's all good, man. It's all good. All right, we're gonna jump back in the saddle. I think on the last live stream that I was doing, what we were doing was kind of like playing around with that preamp section there and talking about it a little bit. I was just about to get into the dynamic section and kind of play around with that on the vocal, so you guys can hear what's going on. So let's go back in the Studio One here. And we're gonna start it right here from this this little piece right here, and it's kind of like a pre-verse intro. Well, this verse intro situation, it has some pause in there. It has some pauses in there, and you can hear what the gate is doing, and then we'll kind of like, you know, not worry about the gate and kind of play around with this compression section and everything. Just for your knowledge, it's a VCA compressor and everything like that. So yeah, all right, let's go ahead and see what it's doing. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and engage it first, and you can see here that the green light comes on, and now we have gating already engaged and everything like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and zoom in here real quick. And again, my apologies if you were watching earlier. Teenagers, boy, I tell you, boy, they don't know how to communicate, man. All right, man, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and play. Give me 1 second. I got something. There we go. Had to unsolo these two tracks here.
Church, baby.
I don't know.
I ain't sure if you rockin' with me.
You miss me here now, I will pick up your call.
But, you know,
It's been falling, I've been stalling for weeks.
I'm down to see.
The stars are pretty when the sky falls.
Beautiful tonight.
She like designer and champagne.
Sip some.
She my bourbon over rice, babe.
Pass me a groovy blue.
Let me be your new
Let me
vice,
be your new vice.
I'm gonna stop it right there. Now what I'm gonna do is solo, so you can actually hear what the gate is doing. It's really, really cool. It's not like a dirty cut off real hard gate. You can set it up that way, but I have like a medium fast, you can say, yeah, a medium release on it. The range is all the way at the max. Looking at it right here, the max is at -40 dB on the gating range. I got the threshold at 0, and the hold at about somewhere around about 1.5 seconds on the hold. No fast attack, so we're actually getting a slow attack with that soft knee that the SSL has and the 9000J console strip, right? So I'm gonna solo this vocal again, run it back, and I want you guys to kind of hear that gating happening. All right, so it's playing right now, and here we go.
I ain't sure if you rockin' with me. But, you know, I'm down to see. It's beautiful tonight. Sip some. Pass me a groovy blue. Let me be your new vice.
All right, cool. And I'm gonna just go ahead and turn it off, and now I'm gonna play it back, and you'll hear definitely what the gate is doing.
I ain't sure if you rockin' with me. But, you know, I'm down to see.
All right, so the artist already had some audio probably cut out when he stemmed it down and everything like that, but you kind of get the gist what a gate is. I mean, it's a damn gate. Stuff like that. Let's go ahead and jump over here to the actual main vocal, and I'm gonna start turning some things. Right now the ratio is in the middle at 12 o'clock. Normally around about shit, I don't know, give or take shit 10, 8 to 1 ratio. Threshold a little bit aggressive. We're well beyond past the 0 point on the threshold, and we're at straight up and down medium release. All right.
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless. You been a dime, committing crime. If loving you is wrong, then I'm guilty of a sin. Cells, they lock me in till I'm free again. Praying to God that it's me and you again. Strolling on the beach, gripping on your peach, wishing on a star. Yeah, they beautiful, but not as gorgeous as you are. It seems we come so far, but it's up to you where we take it to, and I'm down to drive. Pay no attention to the ones on the side, they just wanna ride. Bunny to my Clyde, if you're down to ride till the day we die. Fuck it, it's up and it's stuck there. Haters be talking about love, well, my stock in your love is up there. And I don't care, but I give a fuck. Wanna see us up and I'ma hold it down, but never ever hold you down. If you my queen, adjust your crown. Everything ain't for everybody else. Just keep it to yourself. 9 times out of 10, they ain't got me in. So how they help? Fool yourself for deceiving me. Gonna lose a lot if you're leaving me. I'm the type to give you the world if you believe in me. Church.
I don't know if it's me that you need.
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless. You been a dime, committing crime. If loving you is wrong, then I'm guilty of a sin. Cells, they lock me in till I'm free again. Praying to God that it's me and you again. Strolling on the beach, gripping on your peach, wishing on a star. Yeah, they beautiful, but not as gorgeous as you are. It seems we come so far, but it's up to you where we take it to, and I'm down to drive. Pay no attention to the ones on the side, they just wanna ride. Bunny to my Clyde, if you're down to ride till the day we die. Fuck it, it's up and it's stuck there. Haters be talking about love, well, my stock in your love is up there. And I don't care, but I give a fuck. Wanna see us up and I'ma hold it down, but never ever hold you down. If you my queen, adjust your crown. Everything ain't for everybody else. Just keep it to yourself. 9 times out of 10, they ain't got me in. So how they help? Fool yourself for deceiving me. Gonna lose a lot if you're leaving me. I'm the type to give you the world if you believe in me. Church.
All right, cool. So what we got going on right now, we have the peak mode.
Your new vice.
Sorry about that. We got the peak mode and the fast attack engaged. And what I was doing is just basically, moving the threshold ratio and release. And then I engaged the peak and the fast. And I'm driving this motherfucker hard, and you can hear that it's not pumping. It doesn't have like a pumping effect to it. You're still getting compression, but it sounds super ass smooth. Like it's smooth, and it's clean sounding as well. It's not like a character on the compression. You just basically sound like you're getting digital compression. And I like it. I like it because you can really compress the vocal, and you don't have to worry about pumping. You don't have to worry about such a dramatic. Now you're gonna get a dramatic volume change, but you can compensate that on your output trim. And it still sounds awesome and stuff like that. So yeah, let me finish this out.
Hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless. You been a dime.
This is everything maxed out.
If loving you is wrong, then I'm guilty of a sin. Cells, they lock me in till I'm free again. Praying to God that it's me and you again. Strolling on the beach, gripping on your peach, wishing on a star. Yeah, they beautiful, but not as gorgeous as you are. It seems we come so far, but it's up to you where we take it to, and I'm down to drive. Pay no attention to the ones on the side, they just wanna ride. Bunny to my Clyde, if you're down to ride till the day we die. Fuck it, it's up and it's stuck there. Haters be talking about love, well, my stock in your love is up there. And I don't care, but I give a fuck. Wanna see us up and I'ma hold it down, but never ever hold you down. If you my queen, adjust your crown. Everything ain't for everybody else. Just keep it to yourself. 9 times out of 10, they ain't got me in. So how they help? Fool yourself for deceiving me. Gonna lose a lot if you're leaving me. I'm the type to give you the world if you believe in me. Church.
I don't know if it's me.
All right, cool. So that's the dynamic section there. You know what a gate does, but that compression, man, this is my first time actually getting real deep in it. Compression section sound pretty cool. no matter what you kind of throw at it, especially when it comes to like the peak and the fast attack, when you hitting it aggressively on the ratio and the threshold, and you have an all the way slow attack. A slow release, and you just make up the gain on the output trim. Sounds really, really good. I like that. I'm super impressed. That means I can press some fucking shit, bro. I like that, man, because most VCA compressors, they're very aggressive. Let's say, for instance, like a DBX compressor. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's some of these that's you could buy at Guitar Center that costs $200, the dual channel VCA compressors that they have, the 280, the 266 or whatever the case may be, or even like the channel strip that comes on the 286 DBX, or even the old school DBX 160 series and stuff like that. They're very aggressive, and they clamp on real quick. You know what I'm saying? This is very smooth, and I like it. I really, really like it, man. All right, we're gonna move on to the most famed section of this particular processor here, and that's the EQ section. And I'm still learning what the low and the high frequency sections are, doing. But from my knowledge, when you take it out of E, when you take it out of the E circuit, it's basically low frequency section. And correct me if I'm wrong, don't hold me to it, but I think the low frequency section will engage the G circuit. It will engage the G circuit, or should I say, when you're not in E circuitry, you're in the G circuitry, and it has that G divided by 3, if I'm not mistaken. I can't really see. Yeah, divided by 3 on here. And it's I'm not exactly sure if it's a shelf or not. I'm still trying to understand that. Read the manual and stuff like that. But it's basically the G. When you kind of like when you push this in, it's the E circuit. Okay, I may be saying that wrong, but I know right now we're kind of like in that pink circuitry here. But when you engage the low frequency, it jumps into the E circuit black knob on the low frequency, and when you engage this one over here, you're already by default in the pink circuitry stage. But then you engage the G circuitry on the high shelving. Or I'm sorry. Let me take that back. You engage the doggone I think it's the, let me see, hold on a second. Y'all give me 1 second here, because I'm looking at this wrong. I think you engage, when you push it down, I think you're engaging that E circuit as well. I think you engage in the E circuits on both of these right here. And then when you gauge the E, you can flip it back into G circuit. Okay. I hope I'm explaining that correctly. I may have it backwards, but by default, when you take that out and you take out the E, you get in that pink knob and you get in the G circuit on the black knob. When you engage these in, you're still on the pink knob and the pink knob circuitry, and you're getting the E circuitry on the low and the high frequencies. When you take that out and you put the E in, this whole thing now is an E circuit EQ. Okay, that's how flexible this thing is. You get in basically 3 EQs in one, all right, or 2 EQs in one, or whatever the case may be. But it's flexible like that, and I'm just gonna turn some knobs and I'm gonna shut the hell up. The good thing about this is the EQ input knob. So to turn this on, it's if you got a big old finger, that button, you have to kind of turn your finger sideways to get to that EQ on off button, and everything like that. Everything else on here, I think I covered everything. The filter section here is really cool. There's no on and off on the EQ section here. Basically, you turn it you turn the knob and it turns on. You turn the knob and it turns on. Okay. When you turn it back out in the out position, the filter section turns off. You could throw the filter section right there. That will engage the dynamics sidechain function, and you can use the filters to basically filter out the low and the high end for compression, or you can put the input knob in and it takes the filter section right after the preamp stage. Okay, so this input knob section takes the filter section, and now you're basically taking the circuitry, you're moving it in between, you're moving it from in between compression, dynamics and EQ, and you're now moving it in between the input preamp stage and the dynamic stage, if I explain that correctly. I think that's what that is, per manual, and everything like that. So you got a lot of flexibility on the filter section as well. So it's awesome. Let me go ahead and put my high pass filter back where it needs to be at, and let's rock and roll. Shit, let's go ahead and plug that in, and let's hit play.
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless. You been a dime, committing crime. If loving you is wrong, then I'm guilty of a sin. Cells, they lock me in till I'm free again. Praying to God that it's me and you again. Strolling on the beach, gripping on your peach, wishing on a star. Yeah, they beautiful, but not as gorgeous as you are. It seems we come so far, but it's up to you where we take it to, and I'm down to drive. Pay no attention to the ones on the side, they just wanna ride. Bunny to my Clyde, if you're down to ride to the day we die. Fuck it, it's up and it's stuck there. Haters be talking about love, well, my stock in your love is up there. And I don't care, but I give a fuck. Wanna see us up and I'ma hold it down, but never ever hold you down. If you my queen, adjust your crown. Everything ain't for everybody else. Just keep it to yourself. 9 times out of 10, they ain't got me. So how they help? Fool yourself for deceiving me. Gonna lose a lot if you're leaving me. I'm the type to give you the world if you believe in me. Church.
I don't know if it's me that you need.
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless. You been a dime, committing crime. If loving you is wrong, then I'm guilty of a sin. Cells, they lock me in till I'm free again. Praying to God that it's me and you again. Strolling on the beach, gripping on your peach, wishing on a star. Yeah, they beautiful, but not as gorgeous as you are. It seems we come so far, but it's up to you where we take it to, and I'm down to drive. Pay no attention to the ones on the side, they just wanna ride. Bunny to my Clyde, if you're down to ride to the day we die. Fuck it, it's up and it's stuck there. Haters be talking about love, well, my stock in your love is up there. And I don't care, but I give a fuck. Wanna see us up and I'ma hold it down, but never ever hold you down. If you my queen, adjust your crown. Everything ain't for everybody else. Just keep it to yourself. 9 times out of 10, they ain't got me. So how they help? Fool yourself for deceiving me. Gonna lose a lot if you're leaving me. I'm the type to give you the world if you believe in me. Church.
I don't know if it's me that you need.
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless. You been a dime, committing crime. If loving you is wrong, then I'm guilty of a sin. Cells, they lock me in till I'm free again. Praying to God that it's me and you again. Strolling on the beach, gripping on your peach, wishing on a star. Yeah, they beautiful, but not as gorgeous as you are. It seems we come so far, but it's up to you where we take it to, and I'm down to drive. Pay no attention to the ones on the side, they just wanna ride. Bunny to my Clyde, if you're down to ride to the day we die. Fuck it, it's up and it's stuck there. Haters be talking about love, well, my stock in your love is up there. And I don't care, but I give a fuck. Wanna see us up and I'ma hold it down, but never ever hold you down. If you my queen, adjust your crown. Everything ain't for everybody else. Just keep it to yourself. 9 times out of 10, they ain't got me. So how they help? Fool yourself for deceiving me. Gonna lose a lot if you're leaving me. I'm the type to give you the world if you believe in me. Church.
All right, cool. So when you saw me hit this red light here, that was the E circuit. You can kind of hear the difference on the E circuit on the low frequency there. It's got a little bit more body on the black knobs on the E circuit, and I mean, if you're doing low end work, go ahead and engage that E circuit, and you can really carve out some good things, or you can add some good things to that. So if you're working on the kick drum, or you want to add some weight to vocals, engage the E circuit, and you can kind of play around and get what you want. All right, let's get back to it.
I don't know if it's me that you need.
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless. You been a dime. Committing crime. If loving you is wrong, then I'm guilty of a.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump over to the pink circuit, and I'm gonna kind of play around with that, and then I'm gonna save the two in the middle, as far as the low mid and the high mid. All right.
Seeing cells, they lock me in till I'm free again. Praying to God that it's me and you again. Strolling on the beach, gripping on your peach, wishing on a star. Yeah, they beautiful, but not as gorgeous as you are. It seems we come so far, but it's up to you what we take it to, and I'm down to drive. Pay no attention to the ones on the side, they just wanna ride. Bunny to my Clyde, if you're down to ride to the day we die. Fuck it, it's up and it's stuck there. Haters be talking about luck, well, my stock in your love is up there. And I don't care, but I give a fuck. Wanna see us up and I'ma hold it down, but never ever hold you down. If you my queen, adjust your crown. Everything ain't for everybody else. Just keep it to yourself. 9 times out of 10 they ain't got me in. So how they help? Fool yourself for deceiving me. Gonna lose a lot if you're leaving me. I'm the type to give you the world if you believe in me. Church.
Alright, cool deal. Goddamn dog, man. Y'all give me 1 second here. All right, this household is busy tonight, man. A lot of people stopping by the house. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, we had a break in the music anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue on with this pink knob.
I don't know if it's me that you need.
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless. You been a dime. Committing crime. If loving you is wrong, then I'm guilty of a sin. Cells, they lock me in till I'm free again. Praying to God that it's me and you again. Strolling on the beach, gripping on you.
All right, cool. So now we're on the EQ, the E circuit, and this is gonna throw it on the E circuitry on the high end. So now it's not a pink knob, it's the red knob. All right.
Ride bunny to my Clyde, if you're down to ride to the day we die. Fuck it, it's up and it's stuck there. Haters be talking about love, well, my stock in your love is up there. And I don't care, but I give a fuck. Wanna see us up and I'ma hold it down, but never ever hold you down. If you my queen, adjust your crown. Everything ain't for everybody else. Just keep it to yourself. 9 times out of 10 they ain't got me in. So how they help?
I want y'all to hear something real quick, and I'm gonna stop it. So the E circuit on the high end is not, it's less sibilant when you don't have the E circuit in, and it's kind of like on that pink knob circuit. When it's on the E circuit here, it's more natural high end, which sounds really, really good. So it just depends on what you want, what you're rocking with. You can get a lot of different color out of this EQ. Super awesome, man. I just wanted to bring that to you, get attention. All right, I'm gonna continue.
Believe in me, I'm the type to give you the world if you believe in me. Church.
I don't know if it's me that you need.
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless. You been a dime. Committing crime. If loving you is wrong.
Now on these right here, whatever you do in the E circuit, when you turn that and engage that, if I'm not mistaken, per manual, it doesn't affect the low mid and the high mid. You're basically getting the 9000J low mid and high mid. And so the E circuit, when you engage that, it doesn't affect the mid circuitries. All right. It only affects the low frequency and the high frequency. Just want to be clear on that. If I stand corrected, but I think the way they explain it and everything like that, it's only affecting low frequency and high frequency. So we ain't gonna even mess with the E circuitry because this is true 9000 mid bands here.
Yourself for deceiving me, gonna lose a lot if you're leaving me. I'm the type to give you the world if you believe in me. Church.
I don't know if it's me that you need.
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless. You been a dime, committing crime. If loving you is wrong, then I'm guilty of a sin. Cells they lock me in till I'm free again. Praying to God that it's me and you again. Strolling on the beach, gripping on your peach, wishing on a star. Yeah, they beautiful, but not as gorgeous as you are. It seems we come so far, but it's up to you what we take it to, and I'm down to drive. Pay no attention to the ones on the side, they just wanna ride. Bunny to my Clyde, if you're down to ride till the day we die. Fuck it, it's up and it's stuck there. Haters be talking about love, well, my stock in your love is up there. And I don't care, but I give a fuck. Wanna see us up and I'ma hold it down, but never ever hold you down. If you my queen, adjust your crown. Everything ain't for everybody else. Just keep it to yourself. 9 times out of 10 they ain't got me in. So how they help? Fool yourself for deceiving me. Gonna lose a lot if you're leaving me. I'm the type to give you the world if you believe in me. Church.
All right, so that was the mid frequency. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that back. We're gonna focus on the high mid. One thing to mention on the preamp. Let me get this right for a second. Yeah, on the preamp, there's the trim knob has an indentation on the input stage or the preamp stage. Okay, the EQs, when you want to be zeroed out on the gain on your EQs, there's indentions. So 1, 2, 3, 4 indentions. Your Q and your frequency pentiometers, if I said that correctly. Your pentiometers, a fancy word for knobs, which is actually the correct term for knobs or whatnot. The pentiometer. It's spelled Pentiometer. Pentiometer. But your pentiometers for your frequency knobs and your Q band widths, they're variable all the way left to right. Again, the reason why I was like, okay, I can fuck with this is because your gain knobs is indented. So when you want to zero it out, or if you need to know where you're at, recall or anything like that, the gain knobs are indented. Fucking awesome. I like it. The output knob is also indented as well at its default position at 0. And I think these are the only pentiometer knobs that are indented. So you got your output trim, EQ gain, and your input trim are all indented. Everything else is, variable left to right. Okay, just wanted to point that out. Let's focus on that high mid frequency.
I don't know if it's me that you need to know.
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless. You been a dime, committing crime. If loving you is wrong, then I'm guilty of a sin. Cells they lock me in till I'm free again. Praying to God that it's me and you again. Strolling on the beach, gripping on your peach, wishing on a star. Yeah, they beautiful, but not as gorgeous as you are. It seems we come so far, but it's up to you what we take it to, and I'm down to drive. Pay no attention to the ones on the side, they just wanna ride. Bunny to my Clyde, if you're down to ride till the day we die. Fuck it, it's up and it's stuck there. Haters be talking about love, well, my stock in your love is up there. And I don't care, but I give a fuck. Wanna see us up and I'ma hold it down, but never ever hold you down. If you my queen, adjust your crown. Everything ain't for everybody else. Just keep it to yourself. 9 times out of 10 they ain't got me in. So how they help? Fool yourself for deceiving me. Gonna lose a lot if you're leaving me. I'm the type to give you the world if you believe in me. Church.
So we're gonna do this cut right here.
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless. You been a dime, committing crime. If loving you is wrong, then I'm guilty of a sin. Cells they lock me in till I'm free again. Praying to God that it's me and you again. Strolling on the beach, gripping on your peach, wishing on a star. Yeah, they beautiful, but not as gorgeous as you are. It seems we come so far, but it's up to you what we take it to, and I'm down to drive. Pay no attention to the ones on the side, they just wanna ride. Bunny to my Clyde, if you're down to ride till the day we die. Fuck it, it's up and it's stuck there. Haters be talking about love, well, my stock in your love is up there. And I don't care, but I give a fuck. Wanna see us up and I'ma hold it down, but never ever hold you down. If you my queen, adjust your crown. Everything ain't for everybody else. Just keep it to yourself. 9 times out of 10 they ain't got me in. So how they help? Fool yourself for deceiving me. Gonna lose a lot if you're leaving me. I'm the type to give you the world if you believe in me. Church.
All right, cool. Let's talk about the routing real quick, and we'll go ahead and move on to some program material for us, like synths, drum loops and stuff like that. Right here, these buttons, not exactly, yeah, you can see that. The routing, you got two routing options. Like I explained in the beginning, input flip represents your line level is going to be flipped into the preamp stage of the input section of this device. So what that means is if you're coming in line level, by default, you do not get the preamp color for the dual preamp stage. So basically, if you're coming in line level, you're not going to get the 9000J preamp color or the VHD harmonic distortion. Okay. You have to engage this button, which is an input flip. And what that does is it takes your line level incoming signal. And when you engage this button, now you get that 9000J preamp color and the VHD harmonic distortion color as well. You have to remember that. I don't want anyone to buy this expensive unit and then you plug in line level and you're turning the knobs and it's not working. You like, fuck this shit, fuck SSL type shit. Nah, you didn't read the manual correctly. You got to engage that input button, and now you can take your line level signals, you can add some of that color to your signal or whatnot. This is a very important button if you're using line level. All right, this button here, this is your dynamic post EQ. So what you can do is take the dynamic section. Let me zoom out for you guys. I'm so sorry. All right, here we go. Alrighty. So what you could do now is when you engage that dynamic post button, you take the dynamic section and in theory you're moving it over here. So now your EQ section is gonna come right after the preamp stage, and then you're gonna go into the compressor stage and then the output stage. When you again take that button out, is like you see it here, left to right. Okay. Dynamic side chaining, when you do have side chaining signal patched on the back side of the unit, you can take advantage of dynamic side chaining. So if you're gonna side chain some kicks and 808s and you got a full band mic'd up and everything like that, then you can take advantage of the dynamic side chaining function right there. And the insert point here, of course, when you hit this button, if you do have some insert processor connected to this unit, and basically what that is like, let's say for instance I wanted to put my distressor put my distressor on the insert point. I think by default it comes, I think shit, I can't remember where it comes in at. I have to read the manual. Matter of fact, let's look together. How about that? Let's look together. Let's look together real quick. I forget where that insert point comes in at. Give me 1 second, y'all. The manual is super cool and it's super understandable to learn. Let's scroll all the way down here. Very colorful. I like what they did with the manual. Super cool. All right. Here it is. Oh, that's the side chain. Here it is right here. All right. So yeah, when you insert, let's see here, insert to output. Yeah, by default, the insert comes in first before the dynamics. Okay. So when you have something inserted here, let's say a distressor, 1176, two-way, a preamp from Tone Beast, a preamp from Transx, whatever your insert is going to come right after the preamp section, if I'm looking at that correctly. All right. And then you go EQ and then your filters. Okay. And you got to make sure that's on. There's an insert OP button. Okay. This button right here is going to represent this little line, the second line right here. So now what that does is it takes the insert point and it moves it from behind the preamp stage to the output stage. Okay, so you could do everything that you're doing here: preamp, compression, filtering, EQ, and then you'll hit your, let's say, distressor going out of the Super 9000. Okay, and you can control the knob there. You hitting your DAW or your recorder or your tape machine, whatever, however you got it set up. So yeah, the insert point goes from front by default, but if you hit the OP button or the output, the insert output, that's going to put it right there before the output trim knob. All right. And what's cool about this thing is awesome. I'm telling you, this thing is damn flexible. What we were monitoring on the output meter, let's say we hit play.
I don't know if it's me that you need. A new
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime.
Okay, so this meter over here right next to the power button is your output meter. You can monitor your input as well. Just hit this button underneath it. So when you hit that button underneath your meter, now you're metering your incoming signal. So it makes it easier for you to monitor your incoming signal to the unit, and you can gain stage properly, which is very, very nice. I wish they had a little bit of room to kind of throw that power button over there and add another input meter, but as you can see, it's jam packed from left to right, and the actual screws are right here, and it's touching the circuitry of this power button here. So they got everything crammed in this bad boy, and it's the weight is not heavy at all. It's got some weight, but it's not heavy as I thought it was going to be. But definitely, I wish they had separate in and out meters, but I'm thankful that they do have a button where you can toggle back and forth input and output. And remember, when you engage that's input, out is output. All right, cool. So that's vocals running through here and everything like that. I didn't talk about the pad, but you do have a pad button. I did engage that when I was messing around with it on part 1 stream and everything like that. And it's just negative 20 dB pad. And if you got a mic hooked up to it, you got 48 volt power. You also have a polarity switch button as well. So you can definitely mic vocals through here, or, you know what I'm saying, if you're micing guitar or piano, strings, whatever you're doing, overheads or whatever the case may be, you get all of those features on the preamp function. So, I mean, this unit, man, I mean, shit, it's a full feature unit. You can't go wrong with it at all. All right. Enough about vocals, man. Let's go ahead and let's switch over to goddamn Ableton Live, man. Let's have some fun. All right. What I'm gonna do is just say what I got here, and we're gonna switch DAWs right here on the fly. You feel me? Let me know in the comments. I'm kind of reading it. What's going on, Los? I hope you're in the building, man. What's good with you, my boy? What's going on? Let's go ahead and hide this camera here real quick. great tracks, man. You gotta strive for great tracks at all times. So that second verse that I was working on in Studio One, I kind of perfected it, but I didn't save it. So what I did on the first verse is I'm gonna show you guys something else here real quick. I used this app called Sessions app. Really good. It's a recall app where you can buy these graphic units, and they work like it's basically kind of made like a plug-in. So basically everything you see here is my studio. So I did not know they had this on the website. I was at a Cub Scout meeting yesterday and I was bored out of my mind, and I was just looking to see if they had it, and lo and behold, they had it. It's like, how the hell y'all have it that quick? Because most of the units they don't have, but they had it. They got the Revival too, and so I can come in here and recall, just basically take my settings and recall it. So the one I was working on yesterday with that first verse is right here at the bottom. So that's my recall settings. That second verse I got to go back and fix it up again, but this is the first verse. So I just wanted to see, or I wanted to show you guys that when you get your stuff like this and you need a recall sheet, or you need something to recall your equipment, look at Sessions. I think it's Sessions dot, it's a UK company. Let me type it in real quick. Yeah, it's sessions-recall.com, and this is the website. I highly recommend it. It's a free app. Where to get you at, you got to buy the devices. Okay, so you could download this for free, Windows, Mac, but you got a plethora of devices. Here are all the brands. They got a lot, and some of the names they get in trouble because they can't remake plugins and stuff like that, so they have to rename some stuff. Like Personas is named something else. DBX is named DBU. Okay, so you have to go in here and search for whatever you have, but whatever you have in your studio, they have it. Warm audio, they got all the warm audio stuff, all the SPL stuff, ART, solid state logic. They even got Clark Technic in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got the Clark Technic stuff, Distressor, FMR audio. So yeah, they pretty much got everything you have in your studio, man. Definitely check them out. These little devices, they range anywhere from $4 to about $8. It just depends on what you're buying, but the average price is about $4 to $6 and stuff like that. So like, I got my dual ART. The warm audio Neve clones, I had to buy this one because the ones I have is All Tech, and it's a Chinese brand, and they don't have it in here. But I do have my warm audio Tone Beast, my Transx, my Eureka channel strip, my Pro channel, Loop Trotter, my SPL Vitalizer, and they even got the JHS Color Box 2, which I haven't bought it. I just was demoing it. They couldn't really do the color scheme because, again, copyright infringement, and all that good stuff. Compressor wise, FM audio, warm audio bus, the Clark Technic 76 and the 2A, the DBX 160A, the Art Trans Y, my XPL Mixed Dream, and even the Behringer Patch Bay, goddamn it, with the wires. Stuff like that. So you do have note boxes, so you can make notes as you go. So it's a full recallable app. Super awesome, man. Free to download, but you gotta pay for each device. Not a bad option, man. So y'all go look that up if you got a hybrid setup. All right, let's go ahead and get it started. Ready, and so this is my thing, and anybody can help me out. Why does Ableton Live, this is the correct output coming out of Ableton Live, but the input is labeled a little bit different. So what's supposed to go out is moved down from the output. And I think this is a DAW flaw, because I researched this and I found in a forum after 30 minutes of researching. So I'm coming out 19 and 20, and you can see it here. you can see I got activity on my shit. The ADAT is labeled correctly, but when you go to get your incoming signal, let me hit play again one more time. When you come and try to get your input signal, it's on 17 and 18. What's up with that Ableton Live? I'm not exactly understanding. We coming out 19 and 20. Why the hell are we coming in 17 and 18? And I tried to configure it and look it up. Maybe it's something on the Motu side, but it doesn't work like this in Reason. It doesn't work like this in Studio One. It only works like this in Ableton Live, which is, I'm sorry, stupid. And even if you choose 15 and 16 and configure that as a input, it doesn't work. It only comes in on 17 and 18, 19 and 20, 21 and 22, 23 and 24 does not work. So I don't know what the hell they got going on, but that I really do think they need to fix that instead of worry about adding these little box devices at the bottom. That's what I don't like. You know, you pay $600 for this damn DAW and you got stupid flaws like this. You gotta fix that, man. Otherwise you got people out here looking at me like DJ Big Red making fun of me. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. You see it here. So all right, we're coming in 17 and 18. I'm just messing with your DJ Big Red. What the Blue Jays are doing? Okay, let's see here. Okay, all right then. Look at the Blue Jays, boy. Yeah. Hey man, you better watch out for Otani and was it Mookie Betts with the Dodgers. Oh man, when the boys get hot, man, watch out now. Watch out now. All right, cool. Thank you for that score too, man. All right, you not hear me? Oh snap. Oh, can you hear me now? Maybe my internet was going in and out. Let me know if you can hear me or not. Can you hear me? Let me see here. I'm not exactly sure. Not exactly sure if you guys can hear me. Look like it's working on this end right here. Just let me know. Okay, all right, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and just set this bad boy all up by default. Now, this is the shit that nobody don't like. They don't like messing with hardware because you got to do all of this. you gotta set all this shit up. All right, turn the filters all the way down here. Let's see here. Turn this all the way up here. Yeah, this is the part that people don't like, but if you want that sound, this is the patience that you gotta have. All right, so everything is set by default. Let's get our ratios at 1:1, thresholds right here. Shit, I'm going out the way. All right, cool. All right, got our take that pad off right there. All right, cool, and this. Turn our EQs off, so we don't have anything, just basically out the bag. All right, let's go ahead and play and just run sound through the 2 units here. All right, so we're in the stereo channel here in Ableton Live, and let's hit play. Yo, what's going on? Hold on 1 second, god damn it. Hold on. Oh, I know why. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, y'all. 3 is the level. There we go. I had to change the levels in here, whatnot, on the input. cool. Now we got everything set. So we pushing audio through here. Gonna put this back at 0. Let's go ahead and move the preamp. We'll go ahead to the EQ section. Go ahead and pan this to the left. And I'm pushing my 8 at hard. I can push it hard because it's just a digital in. It's an ADDA conversion, so we good. All right, cool. Let's go ahead to the dynamic section. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, hold on a second. Why the gate is on here? Interesting. Let me check this out. Oh, okay, okay, I got you. Okay. Interesting. Well, I don't have them linked. Sorry about that, John 415. I don't have it linked. I literally just popped these in today, so I'm just basically doing a left-right type of situation. That's probably what it is. I appreciate it though, but I don't have them linked, so I'm just doing a dynamic rogue situation here. I don't know if I'm gonna use it stereo. I'm still trying to kind of decipher that because most of my stereo stuff is linked here, and I already got a stereo preamp, so I'm still trying to decipher if I'm gonna link it or whatnot. So yeah, I don't have them linked. Sorry about that. Yeah, I wish I did though. But like I said, I literally popped in the unit about 3 hours ago and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of playing around with it just to get a feel if these units is worth doing something in stereo and everything like that. I'm still trying to decide. Oh, I answered your question earlier. I answered your question earlier. I don't know if you was on or not. So the reason why I bought 2 of them is primarily I mix a lot of vocals. So the reason why I got 2 of them is, let's say verse 1, verse 2. You see what I'm saying? Like my boy John 4:15 said, he said to link them. I don't have it linked, but if I did have them linked, now the benefit of that is that I can take like a drum loop that I'm kind of playing around with, and you know what I'm saying, it basically kind of if I'm correct me or I'm wrong, John 4:15, you can correct me. I think it it's kind of like the distressor. When you have 2 of those and they're linked together, it does like this compensation of the left and right and gain compensation and stuff like that. So that's why I don't have it linked. There's no link button in here where one side will control everything. I think what it does is it does this phasing stereo type of situation. So that's why I have it in stereo, and one channel is louder than the other one, and stuff like that. So it's something along that nature. Don't quote me on that. And I do stand corrected on that, but the linking feature does kind of make sure that the gain compensation and the phasing and all that other good stuff is kind of like, you know, going out together. Okay, I'm correct. Appreciate you, my boy. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's why I got 2 of them though, man. It's so I can and I'm thinking about linking this together and stuff like that. But like I said, man, you can work in stereo with 2 of them. If you buy one, and you know, situations like these, when you buy one, you want 2 of them. You don't necessarily have to get 2. I could have got one, and on the top, I could have had a revival. But I know me, and other engineers know themselves. When you get one processor and you like it, you're gonna want another one. Then you can have a stereo. Let's say, for instance, I mic drums a lot, and that's most of my workflow. Then I will have 2 of these. Then I may have 2 revivals, and then I may have, let's say, 4 9000s and 2 revivals. I have 1 revival for the kick, 1 revival for the snare. Then I have, let's say, for instance, a stereo pair for the toms. Or should I say a stereo pair for the overheads, and then another stereo pair for the room. You see what I'm saying? And then I'll use these 2 for, let's say, toms and got doggone bottom snare. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you see in studios you have a lot of preamps. It's for those reasons and stuff like that. Microphones and line level signals, they just not gonna give you that that gain compensation. It's not going to give you that color. It's not going to give you that oomph in your signal or your sound source. So that's why when you're mixing music, recording, producing, whatever you're doing with music, preamps is a very, very important step in getting a sound and getting it right the first time. If you don't preamp or preamplify your sound, it can be with a cheap, $25 preamp that you buy off of goddamn Amazon, like a cheap mixer. They have preamps on those. And what you have to do in order to get that sound busting through the speakers, turn up a preamp. You see what I'm saying? So preamps are very, very important in a stage. So when you get two of them, especially like doing like music today in these days and times and stuff like that, one is just never enough. And I'm gonna be honest with you, because I have bought one unit before. Matter of fact, I got one distressor. I want another one. I really do want another one, but I don't do a lot of stereo compression. You see what I'm saying? So what I normally do is get a all stereo unit, kind of like the Warm Audio bus compressor. That's an all stereo unit. You just hook it up. It works stereo. With something mono, like these two processors, you have to link them stereo. That's why you get two. So I hope that kind of explains what it is. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. If this was a stereo unit and it had stereo left and right inputs, cool, not a problem. I would have had one. Done deal. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I got two of them, just to answer your question. And I've seen a lot of people get two of these revivals, and that was pretty much standard. Pictures that I was looking at, videos that I was looking at with the revivals, people just had two. It only makes sense. And and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a marketing gimmick, because they're gonna show you two. What we did, we went back to the website. We went to the website and they're showing you 4 in a rack. That means 2 stereo pairs. You see what I'm saying? So you buy one, cool, but they know people that's gonna mix in stereo. You're gonna buy 2. What they did, they got about $4,200 out of you. You see what I'm saying? So it's a part of the game. So you know what I'm saying, if you would have looked at one unit and it was costing $3,999, you're basically paying for 2 channels. You see what I'm saying? So you have to kind of look at the price and then kind of decipher what's what and what's what. And also it has to make sure that it fits with your workflow as well. I know damn well, I knew if I would have got one of these, I would have been kicking my ass and been like, I need to get another one. So that's why I bought 2 of them, man. For real, man. I already know. Let me yeah, I you know what, bro? It's not high level. And don't get intimidated by it. By all means, I know people that do high level engineering. That's a hard question to answer and to kind of like say yes or no to, because if you ask me, in my humble opinion, audio is not high level, because you have some people that don't know how to do audio in a professional manner and they can walk in the studio and get a good sound, if that makes any sense. And I'm gonna use you for example. You may have a sound in your head that you love, that you want, and that you can do it. And hell, you may know how to work this $2,000 unit better than I can. You see what I'm saying? So it's not really high level audio engineering. It's about what you hear and what you turn. You know what I'm saying? It's basically brain thought to fingertips. Brain thought to fingertips. So if you hear compression, dial it in. If you hear a EQ cut at a certain frequency, dial it in. If you hear more preamp, dial it in. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at audio engineering, don't really look at it as oh man, that shit hard because it's frequencies, it's decibels at the point this, Q bandwidth on the pentagram. Hey man, those are all terms that you learn in audio school and just really being in the environment. That come with the territory. Long as you can make sense of idea to fingertips, put it here and turn, this is probably the best way you're going to learn. I'm going to be honest with you. I started in the box starting in the box is not a good way to learn high level audio engineering. The best way you want to learn audio engineering is to get something like these. And you can get something cheap or you can get something expensive, whatever your money can buy. You don't necessarily have to buy this stuff to get high level engineering. I'm going to be very honest with you. I started out with $200 units, $100 units, and over 3 years, you know what I'm saying, I learned that I wasted my money. You know what I'm saying? But it was a learning process, because if I would have bought a 2,000 unit just getting started and stuff like that, at that time I probably would think, oh man, I don't know how to work this. I'm wasting my money. Start small, learn, and go up to the next level. So to answer your question, high level audio engineering, don't get intimidated from that term that you use and stuff like that. I hope it is an encouragement that you can kind of understand, like, there's no such thing as high level audio engineering. It only gets high level when you're doing it for a professional thing, like, you know, high budget albums and stuff like that. But man, if you're just doing it because you got off of work, or you're working with a partner and y'all working on a project or album or whatever the case may be, it ain't high level. It's about making it sound good. And that thought process of making it sound good should stick with you regardless if you're doing it for an album for, you know, Universal Music. Take the same concept of the passion, learning, and the creativity and the funness of it to something that you're doing at your house, and you're going to put it on DistroKid. It's all the same situation. So I just wanted to help you out, man, give you some courage, and, you know, don't look at this stuff, man, and get high level. And hey, man, this is kind of like, it's kind of like this. If you go on social media and somebody gonna sell I'm trying to think of a car. If somebody's gonna go and sell they 88, I'm not big on cars, but if somebody got a 88 Oldsmobile Cutlass on some Dunks with a gold paint job, peanut butter inside, gold engine, with a 500 horsepower engine, I'm just making some shit up, snakeskin top roof, you know what I'm saying, and goddamn 15s in the back, and they selling that for, let's say, $25,000. That's, be honest with you, what I just described is a steal. But you appreciate the craftsmanship of the car. You like the car. You like what Oldsmobile used to be. This is the same thing what this audio stuff is. You see what I'm saying? So how people, you know, go and pay $300-$400, even $1,000 for a pair of Jordans. The same thing. This is same thing. When you put the shoe on and you wear the shoe, you're gonna wear that motherfucker out eventually. Same thing with all of this stuff. That's how I look at it. I move a little differently, but you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day though, man, this can take you a long way. Shoes can't take you a long way. Automobiles can't take you a long way. This stuff have more shelf life and everything if you take care of it. If you put it on the road and you do live work, far as like, you know what I'm saying, working for churches, you do live work, you know, taking it in, taking it out of your rack, putting it back in your rack, taking it out of your rack, putting it back in the rack, being exposed to outside moisture and stuff like that. That's when your units start to fill a little bit quicker. But if you're doing studio work, this stuff can last you years. So it's about investment. So I have all this stuff in here. I already looking like when I get 60, I can sell all of this, get my money back in return. And hell, this unit may be worth, it's 2009. It's 2000 now. The way this economy is in the world, shit, this may be worth 4,000. You know what I'm saying? 20 years down the road. You see what I'm saying? So, you gotta kind of like look at it that way, and you know, take it that way. Yeah, for sure, man. So I hope that helped, man, for sure. I'm just looking down here. Yeah. Everything is pretty much 2 verses, and maybe sometimes, man, I done heard songs that come in intro, hook, verse, hook, outro, and then the beat playing. That's it. So songs is they're getting real thin. I like them really, really great, man. like I said, I have worked on a 4000E. And when you're working on a 4000E, it sounds really good. I ain't gonna lie to you. I never worked on a 9000. I never heard it in person. I've only heard it like through videos, and to hear it in person it's different. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's different good. It's not different bad. And what I mean by different good is that it's a clean sound. It's a clean sound. What I mean by clean sound is that it's almost like if you were to take a Focusrite Scarlett Solo 1 and you would put all the expensive circuitry in it and stuff like that, is that clean? You know, it's because of, you know, these audio interfaces, preamps, they don't have transformers on them. Most of them don't, or some don't, or whatever the case may be. I don't think none do, to be honest with you. I think all of them is transformerless. And that's basically what this is. It has a high audio bandwidth, so you can hear it. That's why they call it the super analog. It just has a wide, high bandwidth and everything. But it sounds real clean. Not even engaging the VHD circuit. It has a distinct, clean color to it, if I can describe it. And when you do engage that VHD, it's almost like that circuitry is adding a color to make up for the transformer that's not in it, if that makes any sense. And it's good. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think the most impressive thing is the compressor section. You know, the EQ, SSL EQ is gonna do what it do, but the compressor section, I have to say, shocked the hell out of me, because you can compress it super hard and it's still gonna give you a surprisingly good sound, especially with vocals and stuff like that. So you can really hit your drums hard, especially if I had them stereo link. Man, like, you can hit it hard, and when you hitting it hard and you're turning that volume up, I mean, you're getting that punch. So I'm starting to hear what they was talking about, like with the punch and everything. That punch means just really the sound is so dynamic. It's not really about the beater or the kick drum or the of the vocal and everything like that. Not that punch. Is a dynamic punch to it. So it's in your face type of punch. And it's right here, but it's a clean sound, and it's not like a Neve, or it's not like this right here. This would be considered a colored sound. It's clean, you know. I'm talking through a digital console right now, and this is considered a clean sound. So, you know, when you go through there and you start adding all those different components, the preamp gain section, the dynamic section, the EQ section, the filter section, then the output section, each of those stages are analog circuitry. So by the time it gets to the output trim or the output stage, it has some type of color, and it's ran through electricity. So, you know, it's electricity. So yeah, it has a very distinct color. I like it though, man. It's pretty cool, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Those two units is probably the most I ever paid for something studio wise, and it's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's worth the money, in my opinion. Most people may say, oh no, and I've read people like, man, fuck that Super 9000. To each his own, you know what I'm saying? I worked on the 4000, and just playing around with the EQ circuitry, I really don't care for it. It's there if I need it for, let's say, trying to beef up some drums or beef up a snare or beef up whatever. That's where the EQ, the E circuit comes in. But I know how I work with plugins, and even on a plugin, let's say the SSL native channel strip 2, I really don't use the E circuit. The Brainworks Microbrard 9000J plugin, I don't use the E circuit. I use the 9000 circuit. So, you know what I'm saying, that's just what I use, and I have it in hardware form now, and it's pretty cool. So I like it, man, for sure. Like you said, a couple of them, yeah, you gotta get a couple of them. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's really cool. And yeah, I got mine from Vintage King. They have them in stock. Everybody else, I don't think they got their shipment just yet. I'm not exactly sure how Vintage King got it. But I'm still on the waiting list at Sweetwater. and they said it's supposed to come in at Sweetwater at the end of October, and stuff like that. But shit, I was gonna wait, but then I saw Vintage King had them, and then I know Rent is at the first of the month, so I was like, this is my spending time for my budget, so I just went on ahead and got it, and stuff like that. And yeah, I like it really good, man. So I'm probably not gonna use them in stereo, to be honest with you. I'm probably gonna use them more mono units, and that's gonna be my vocal chain. Out of all the stuff that I have in here, I use some of it I bought specifically for stereo. For instance, the SPL Vitalizer, the Loop Trotter, the Bus Comp, the FM audio compressors. Those are stereo. You know what I'm saying? The digital console I use for stereo work. The Art Trans-X stereo, the Tone Beast stereo, and also mono. These solid state stuff, it's too much knob turning for stereo. I ain't gonna even lie to you. So I'm gonna use them for vocals. That way I don't have to play around with a lead vocal. So when I'm working on a lead vocal and mixing vocals and stuff like that, I want to get that lead fixed real quick. That way I can attack the ad libs and be focused on those ad libs, because I want to kind of space those ad libs out correctly and everything like that. So and my lead vocal, when I'm mixing, the lead vocal is the most important piece besides the beat. You know what I'm saying? In music or on any record. So if you don't have that lead vocal sounding right, it's gonna kill the song. It really is. So that's why I bought them. And I rate, you know what I'm saying, run some mono sources through there, like kick drums and snares and stuff like that, track those out. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be 2 mono units, but you'll definitely get that sound that you're looking for and stuff like that, man. So yeah. Vintage King, shout out to him, man, for real. All right, man, not a problem. Anytime. Like I said, I don't do studio work like I should. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's money in music, but there's levels to that shit. You see what I'm saying? I got a life, and I'm not gonna sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, scraping pennies just to, you know what I'm saying, get to those levels, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So I do more corporate AV, working with Logitech and Microsoft Teams and Dante, Crestron, all of that stuff, man. That's what I do, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I kind of deal in that, dib and dab in that. That's my 9 to 5 that helps me pay for, take care of my family and stuff like that. This music stuff, trust me, I wish if I had it, I wish I could do this 24/7. Don't get it twisted, you know what I'm saying? But in my younger days, that's what I was trying to do. Unfortunately, I didn't kiss no ass. I didn't, do some sucker ass shit to get into the music. On the hip hop side of things, I can't speak for any other genres of music, but on the hip hop side, I didn't sell out just to, try to do things or whatnot. I tried to sell out, to be honest with you, because anybody that's young trying to get in the music game, they're gonna do whatever they can to get in the music game. But as an individual, you got to have moral about yourself. You got to have some type of morals. And if you're going to do anything for $1, you got to kind of look at that and be like, what's going to be important in the long run? You know what I'm saying? And, time was of the essence and stuff like that. So, I've been indoors. I've met people, but it gets to a point where, when you start creeping up in the upper 30s, you can't, and you have a kid here and stuff like that, man. It's like you gotta choose. You gotta make a decision. If you want to kind of do it on the side, or you want to do it full time. So when you do that shit full time, it takes a lot of time. So you gotta start. You kind of gotta learn how to acclimate that time or whatnot. So I kind of keep my ear to the street as much as I possibly can, and that's why I do my YouTube channel, because it helps me stay afloat in the audio community, if that makes any sense. Otherwise, I probably would be an AB manager, or a AB manager, a high level commissioner or officer or something like that. But I play the level field, so I got my job. I do it best. I'm a site lead. I take care of a whole campus. Make sure everything works. It pays pretty good. Come home, I got enough work balance where I can come home, work on this, and do it like that. But I still keep my ear to the street. I know what works best, if that makes any sense. And that's why I try to help anybody that has an opportunity to learn something the correct way, and not because it's a trending way, and stuff like that. I try to help them out so they can do something that they love doing. I like doing this stuff, man, but it still kind of hurts me. And like, I wake up every morning going to work like, man, fuck this job. Stuff like, man, fuck this shit, man. I had to wake up and do music and stuff like that. And during COVID, that's what I did, man. Then I got burnt out real quick, man. Because when you don't have a lot of work coming in on a daily basis and stuff like that, you run out of work real quick. Especially if you know how to do this, you have fun, you being creative. You flip through those sessions real quick. So if you don't have the amount of sessions and people that can keep you busy and stuff like that, you get bored after a while. So it gets old real quick. It'll get slow more than ever. And stuff like that if you don't make it your professional thing. So that's why people move to LA, they move to Atlanta, they move to New York, they move anywhere where music busts, in Nashville, and stuff like that, because the music industry runs through those cities and they got constant work, to do engineering and producing and stuff like that. I live in Houston. It's I'm keeping my comments to myself, but you got to be in certain rooms in order to get that workflow. You feel what I'm saying? I try to do it as much as I possibly can. So this is kind of like some of the ways I can help people, help folks, regardless of what it is. So I'm glad I can, any advice that I can help you with, man, trust me, feel free to email me or reach out to me properly and stuff like that, man. Yeah. Am I back on Ableton? A little bit, man. A little bit. Yes and no. I'm still kind of in between with Reason. I'm trying to figure out. I like Reason, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's Reason is stepping their game up. Matter of fact, Reason has a new device coming out. I like Reason because when you look at Ableton Live, look at what you're looking at. It looks like a brown faceplate. I've been working with Ableton Live for about 12 years. I'm getting tired of looking at this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have some nights made beats and I just fell asleep making a beat because there's no color. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is bland. Matter of fact, shout out to DL, man. DL reached out to me and we had a conversation on yesterday and we was talking about Ableton Live and Reason and stuff like that. And he mentioned, like, when you're looking at Ableton Live, it doesn't give you any creativity, continual creativity, because it's just like, I'm looking at it on the preview screen. It's just brown. It ain't got no color. When you go in to pick plugins, it's just white text. And it's been like this for years, damn near 20 years, and they ain't did shit about it because they staying tried and true to whatever. And it's starting to get old. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. So that's why I like Reason, because Reason is more interactive. You can flip it around. You can route things kind of like a patch bay and all that other stuff, man. Really, really cool, man. So yeah, I'm kind of going back and forth. Reason is like sampling, warping, all that functionality with sampling and warping and stuff like that. And you can use the DAW almost like damn near like an instrument. The arrangement, ain't nobody messing with it. But when it comes to Reason, what you can do creatively with Reason and how you can, link multiple instruments and multiple effects all as one instrument. Ableton Live you can do, but if you do what you can do in Reason in Ableton Live, you're gonna crack your computer. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's the hard thing about the argument about what DAW that you like and stuff like that, because it's all about what your mind can do. If you're a sample based producer, Ableton Live may work for you. If you like to make trap beats, Fruity Loops is the thought of Fruity Loops, and people say it's easy. That may work for you. If you're a nerd like myself, Reason may work for you. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you fall anywhere between and you got a Mac, you may love Logic. You see what I'm saying? So, I struggle with that because I fit the bill, and I can, I learn pretty good. So, that's why I'm struggling. So, ever since I got my Mac, I've been opening up Reason a whole lot. And the Ableton Live is an afterthought, like for real. So, yeah, man, I'm back and forth and stuff like that. Right now, I'm just answering questions, just interacting with you guys and stuff like that. I got time tonight, so it's cool. Yeah, man, the Revival, it's close to the 4000E. I think it's the 4000E, exact regurgitation of the 4000E, with a couple of added features like the de-esser and stuff like that on there. Yeah, I'm curious on the 4000E, but man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, that's a lot of money to get a 4000E again. Maybe next year I'll look into it. But they actually are on sale, so they're about $1,600 on certain websites that not familiar, like Front End Audio, Full Compass. I saw them on sale for $16.99. So if you want a Revival 4000, Google search the pricing on them, because they on sale right now. And they just came out, so they dropping the prices on them already. So it's almost like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they sold out a lot. Maybe they're not selling. I don't know. But I'm surprised that they have a discount on them already when they only been out maybe 4 months or something like that. Crazy. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, it's closer to 4000 console for sure. And it has a different sound than the 9000. I think DJ Big Red, yeah, there he is. He be on it too. Go watch this video right here, and you'll kind of get a sense on the difference between both of them. The guy that runs Mixbus TV, I watch his videos all the time. Real cool dude. And you know what I'm saying, there's definitely it's a difference, but they're similar. It's just kind of like, you like chocolate ice cream or you like vanilla? You like salt or you like pepper on your food? You know what I'm saying? You like water or you want to put the packet in there to make it taste good? It's the difference between the Revival and the Super 9000 and stuff like that, man. But both of them sound really, really good. Me personally, like I said, I'm a hip hop R&B dude. Some of my albums that I love, like Dr. Dre stuff that came out at that time, Confessions, the DMX Rough Rider stuff, all that stuff was done on 9000s. Now, I jammed that shit when I was in high school and when I got into college in the early 2000s. So, that sound is just kind of deeply rooted in me and stuff like that, Yeah, thank you. Oh, man, blessings to you too, man, for sure. Oh, I'm not that Super Mario. I know what you're talking about. That's so that Super Mario is a producer from North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, either North or South Carolina. I don't know who had the name Super Mario first. I'm a little older than him, but if you're talking about that guy, yeah, I think that's him. I'm just I'm just a dude trying to make it out here, man. So I'm not gonna take credit for anybody and, you know, lie to you and stuff like that. That's not me. But I do know who you're talking about. So Super Mario, I think his has the SUPAH Mario on it. Mine's is SUPA. I had my name before I even knew, and this guy even blew up. So, you know what I'm saying? That's not me. I know at some point in my life I'm gonna bump into this guy. And stuff like that, man, because I got plans to do some traveling, you know, with this whole YouTube thing at the next year and stuff like that. I know I'm gonna bump into the guy, and I know he look like too, but nah, I'm not him, man. I haven't had a big song on the radio, but that's another guy. He's a producer from South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. It's either North or South Carolina, and that's who you're looking for. It's got an H at the end of Super Mario and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna take credit for something I didn't do, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. But man, I appreciate you for tuning in, though, man, for sure. But I do have a catalog, though. Yeah. So shoot, if you want to check out my stuff, you know, you can go on my Spotify here. I need to update it because there's some stuff that came out, and let me see. If you go to my website, it should be on there. Yeah, man, go ahead and scan that QR code. Check out some of my music, or you can go to my link. Scan this QR code at the top left corner. Scan that, and it'll take you to my little link tree situation, and you'll see my my discography on Spotify, and that's all the music I work with in the back of the day and stuff like that, man. So yeah, I've been doing this for been doing all this music stuff since 2004, man. I started late in the game, after I got out of the military and everything like that. And, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I learned all of this stuff while I was overseas in Iraq. So, I'm a late bloomer, but, I've been around it since I was in high school. Shout out to one of my, high school friends, Cedric. His dad was a musician, and, you know, your dad's a musician producer. You gonna have all the stuff, and this man had Fruity Loops before Fruity Loops blew up. I kid you not. I can't make this up. So I actually saw Fruity Loops back in 1998, and nobody was in the fucking Fruity Loops. Nobody. Everybody was on Core, Tritons, Yamaha, Motifs, and MPCs and stuff like that. This man had Fruity Loops. We sophomores in high school. This man had Fruity Loops, and he was a freshman because I'm older than him. And he was a little freshman high schooler, had Fruity Loops. Nobody was messing with it. And the man was making beats and stuff like that. So, you know, shout out to Cedric, man. He really turned me on to a lot, man. I haven't talked to him in years, man. So if you're watching this, Cedric, at some point, man, shout out to you, my boy. For real, man. So yeah. But yeah, man, go ahead and scan that website there. I do mixing and stuff like that. So if you need any mixing and stuff, just hit me up, let me know. Quick turnaround time, definitely gonna get you quality, just as it would if you go and spend $120 at a studio. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It's 2025. Studio work, you do the same thing at home. Even some of your Grammy nominated producers now are turning their homes, portions of their homes, into studios now. Hybrid setup, just same equipment I have, they have it in their house. You know what I'm saying? They just probably have a better ADDA converter. You know what I'm saying? Different ADDA converter, maybe everything boutique, but the ideology, exact same thing. Your ears may be more experienced than somebody else, but the ideology, the mindset, the idea to fingertip, same thing. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Let's have some fun with the yeah. I think a lot of people get my channel confused with his, and I don't publicly exploit like, yeah, I'm the Super Mario from Houston. I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a old school, old soul 40-year-old. I don't do all that fake shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. I don't even think he's got a YouTube channel and stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure, but I stay in my lane. I stay in my area code. and I do what I gotta do and stuff like that. But he do got some good music. I ain't gonna lie, that boy can produce, man. Oh yeah, that boy can produce, man. I'm gonna give him his credit. That boy nice, man. Matter of fact, I got a loop pack. He nice and stuff like that. Like I said, man, he's closer to Atlanta. You know, you closer to Atlanta, you got more opportunity. I'm here in Houston. There's no excuses. I got people I know right up the goddamn freeway and stuff like that. You know, he's younger. You know, more opportunity, younger, more time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's just what it is. So, yeah, man. Nah, that ain't me, man. But yeah, definitely check him out. He's got some good stuff. I ain't gonna take away from that man talents. He nice with it, bro. Nice producer and stuff like that. For sure, man. Yeah, man. Let's kind of play around with the sound again here. Sorry to talk with you guys. I like to chop it up with you all, and you know what I'm saying. There he is. Appreciate you, Red. That's Super Mario right there, man. With the H. Mine don't have the H. So, nice producer though, man. Real cool. Let's go ahead and play this thing real quick. I just want to do a comparison here. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. All right, I'm gonna turn this up. And it's gonna sound off because it's not stereo link. Oh, that's the drum loop that's off like that. Yeah, one of the channels is, like I said, is doing something weird or whatnot, but you can kind of hear the difference in SSL, the sound and everything like that. Let me do this real quick. I'm just gonna make it easier on myself. I'm just gonna take one of those channels and we're just gonna make it mono. So if you work in Ableton Live, this is one of the many reasons why Ableton Live is real cool. You can take the utility tool and you can do some really awesome stuff. So we're just gonna throw the channel in mono, and what we can do now is just route it to 19. Well, let's just route it to 20, channel 20, and then we'll come back in 18. All right, and now we could just run it through one channel strip and, you know, do some A/B comparison there. How about that? Let's make it easier on ourselves. Not make me look like I don't know what the hell going on. All right, cool. So we're just gonna run mono out. Let's see which one it's going to. The top one. All right, let's focus on the top one right here. There we go. We smacking this compressor right now. Let's get some gating going on here. We're not going to get too much of a gating because there's not too much gaps in it. And let me do something here really quick. Let's bring this back down to 0. Hold on 1 second. No wonder that. So Sorry, y'all. I had the damn dry signal down. I had the dry signal down and the wet signal not on. So we're going to have to do that all again. Let's go ahead and default back here. All right. All right. Here we go. Make sure my wet signal at 100%. There we go. I knew something was off. So we have the VHD on right now. Take it out. God damn. Ooh wee. I hope y'all can see what's going on here on Ableton Live. So this is the trim knob I was telling y'all about on the preamp. So I'm gonna tell you right now, this particular unit, this VHD, that's the bread and butter right there. This mic preamp is real good. I ain't gonna lie to you. The 9000J preamp circuitry is real good. If you want that, yeah. If you want that na, engage the VHD. You know what I'm saying? Just I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If you want the na, engage the VHD. This red preamp is nice. It sounds really, really good. But yeah, that's that na. All right, let's go ahead to the dynamic section. All right, here we go. We got slow attack and RMS. Compressor really, really good, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right, let's go with a fast attack. Whoa, okay, we hearing that now. That's the fast attack. You hear that clap? It's got that release that's being attenuated. Let's go ahead and put the peak in. There we go. Now we fucking some shit up. I like that. Let's turn that down a little bit. I like that. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Let's take the dynamics out. Let's gain stage. That's awesome. That compressor is awesome. All right, cool. Let's go to the filter. God damn. Man. Wow. So if you're sampling, you see how sampling can sound on here with the filters? I don't even have the EQ engaged. So that's just the high pass filter right there. Let's switch it up. So that's the low pass filter. I don't like the low pass filter as much as I like the high pass filter. That's pretty cool right there. All right, so let's do this real quick. We're gonna go ahead and throw the dynamic sidechain button in. So what we're gonna do is basically let's go ahead and filter out the lows out of the compression circuit and see how this sounds. Oh my goodness. You hear that? So basically what you're doing, just to kind of explain this, you're still getting compression when you engage that dynamic sidechain button. When you turn this frequency at, let's say, 200 or 300 hertz, everything above 200, 300, 100, 20 hertz, all the way up until look like it stops at 500 hertz. Anything above those frequencies is going to be compressed. Anything below those frequencies is not going to be compressed. So you hear that we kind of brought back that low end in the compression, and we still got, you know, the mid to high end being compressed. All right, so you can basically run drums through here when you have a stereo link, you know what I'm saying, get that compression, and you can still retain your low end, which is, you know, you find that pretty standard in most modern day compressors and stuff like that. But, you know, just hearing it, because I don't think a lot of people use it, you know, unless you use it and you do this on a day-to-day basis professionally, you know what I'm saying? You'll have some use for it. But like if you're working with drums, overheads, and you kind of need to have that low end, especially like in overheads and stuff like that, and you want to retain the kick low end and stuff like that, because sometimes when you compress, it's going to squash, and the compression is going to give you more compression that you need. That's where the dynamic sidechain on your compression with the filter actually helps. So again, that's everything from the spectrum being compressed, but now I'm going to go ahead and kick that filter in and watch the low end kick in slowly. You heard it click. All right, now we can scale back on this compression and watch this. Now, if you want that snare to really kind of like get that compression sound, now you're starting to get that 90s sound, or that, you know, that mid 90s sound, that early 2000 sound and stuff like that. So that's what that does right there. Awesome shit, man. Let's go ahead and play around with the EQ section. Let's start out on the E circuit. Ooh, crispy. Woo. So we have the we're in the build section. All right, that's the build section. That's on the E circuit. Low end, E circuit, low end, low frequency, black knob. That's the truth right there. So when I'm running kick drums, I'm using this motherfucker right here. You saw how big that bottom is? Good God almighty. Look at this. That's pressure. That's the shelf. Bill. Let's take out some of that mid rumble. right, so this high end right here is not the pink knob because we have the EQ, the E series circuitry, 4000 EQ circuitry in. So the pink is actually red. Okay, it's the red knob. So that's why the high end is going to sound a little bit more natural than when I take it off. Watch. See what I'm saying? So it's almost like the red shit. I wish I had a pen and paper, but it's almost like the red EQ. This high end EQ circuit, shelving wise, it's a little bit broader. The pink is more like this. So you're not gonna get a broad high shelving with the pink circuit. With the red, it's gonna be a little bit elongated into more of those high mid frequencies. Then when you engage the pink, just like that. So that's what that is right there, man. Damn, this damn thing is flexible as a motherfucker, bro. Shit. All right, I like it though. It's real cool. Shit, money well spent. I ain't gonna even fucking lie. Money well spent, man. Let's go ahead and default all this crap here. And let's throw like a acoustic guitar on here. All right, let's go ahead and cut that. Let's bring up Lander samples, and this is gonna be the last of it, man. I don't want to hold y'all hostage too long. Shit, I ain't realized it was 11:41. Good God Almighty. All right, I'll be up here all day just talking, chopping it up with you guys, man. I appreciate y'all, your support and stuff like that. Let's find a nice acoustic guitar and let's play around with it. I like that. It's got a lot of low mid in it, and it's long. All right, cool. Let's download this one. Alrighty, let's put it here. Let's put it on the correct tempo. Let's go in here and beat warp. I fucked it up, but it's all good. There we go. And yo. Warp it again. Alrighty. Alright, so we're running it through here. We got a low volume because our preamp is down. So yeah, I got the gist of this. I'm just gonna kind of play around with it. And I'm gonna shut up. All right, turn my mic off. Wow. Wow. That sounded awesome. Damn. Okay. That's just the 9,000. I can imagine if we ran that through the Revival, it would have sounded a whole lot better. Just because the Revival just has that more of a acoustical flavor to it and everything like that. But even running it through a 9,000, that sounded awesome. Good God Almighty. Man. Yeah, man. All right, cool, man. So I don't know what else to throw at it, man. Let's see what else we could throw at it. Let's do what's another one? Big Red, man. Give me another one, man. Give me another one, Big Red. What other instrument or type of sound we could throw at it? We did vocals, we did drums, we did acoustic. What else can we do with it? What can we do with it? Just a fun fact, if you're gonna get just one of these and you have a stereo source, don't throw stereo at it. Get a utility tool. Make sure you throw mono at it, because it's a mono device. If you throw stereo at it, it ain't gonna work right. You know what I'm saying? Same thing if you're trying to do stereo. It's best that somehow, some way you do your signal routing, and then you can, let's say for instance, I could have took this stereo acoustic file and split the left and the right, come in both of these and, you know, do the stuff independently instead of doing it stereo track. That's why it was messing me up and stuff like that. So that's what that is. Okay, what we got here, let's see. Brass woodwinds. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's do brass first. I like brass. Let me go ahead and reset all of this real quick. Take the VHD off. Put this back here, back there. Take the dynamics off here. Put that back here. Reset. And right here. All right, cool. Alrighty. Everything look good. Let's go ahead and search for a brass sound. Brass and woodwinds. Let's get a combination of both. Let's see what we get here. Okay. Saxophone. Saxophone is a real good one. Let's play this. Here we go. This is a perfect one right there. That's perfect one. Let's see here. 104. In Ableton Live, let me give y'all a tip. When you're working with loops like this, if it already had a tempo or has a tempo and you know it, go ahead and set your tempo first. All right. Set your tempo first in Ableton Live. Then you import your audio in here. Because what'll happen is, let's say for instance, your Ableton Live is set at 100 and your original sound source, as far as your loop, is set at a different, faster or slower tempo. What the warping algorithm in Ableton Live is going to do is say, hey, I need you, the loop, to follow me, Ableton. You see what I'm saying? So what you got to do is you got to say, I'm Ableton. What is your tempo? You're at 104. Bet. Let me change me first, Ableton, to 104. Then you, the loop, get your behind in here. So that's what we're going to do. So I had to change the tempo to 104. This loop is 104. Drag it in here. Oops. Let me see if I got to download it first. My bad. All right. There we go. All right. Change. And I'm going to put this loop in here. And when you go on the actual clip, what you want to see is the warp engine auto detect the loop at 104. So you want to do a 3-stage process, I like to call it. Set your tempo in Ableton Live first, if you know it. If not, you may have to tap it in or whatever the case may be. confirm that your tempo from your sound source is the right tempo that you found in Ableton Live. Import it in, go and open up the clip, and then check your warp engine and make sure that Ableton Live detected that audio that you just imported in to 104. I know it sounds like a hot mess, but trust me, I spent a year on trying to perfect this shit. And it works. So you know, you get a perfect loop every time, no matter what sample or audio that you find the tempo with detected or whatever the case may be. Always find out that tempo of your audio first. Good note, rule of thumb, I always carry a tap tempo metronome on my phone, and I'll tap the tempo in to at least try to get something close to it if I don't have the tempo already. All right, just want to throw that in there. All right, let's get it. We're gonna speed this up, and that's the whole purpose of doing this. So now I can speed it up, and the warp engine is gonna do its due diligence, and it's gonna, you know, do its warping thing, time stretch, elastic, all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna speed it up, and it's gonna sound natural when it's sped up and everything like that. And the best warping mode that you can use when using loops is complex, if your computer can handle it. All right. All right, so we got some sound pumping through here. Let's go ahead and fuck some shit up. So what we did was I just drove that 9000J preamp. I just drove it. Look, it has a lot of headroom. Good God Almighty, it has a lot of hair. I ain't even engaged the VHD. And what Big Red said, variable harmonic drive. Okay, not distortion drive. Okay, I got you. I thought I had the V wrong. I had the D wrong. All right, bet. But yeah, man, the preamp, man, good, man. God, and I'm just 3/4 of a way, bro. That is crazy, man. That preamp got a lot of head gain. The specs say otherwise. It's just only 70 dB of preamp gain. It's not like it's 80. It's shit. Now check this out. My output trim is all the way down. That's crazy. Now I could have made it up here, so let's do that here. All right, we're gonna take our output trim, turn it back up to 0. We're gonna turn our trim down. All right. You heard that? Check this out. Let's do a bypass. Okay, let's make this very, very interesting. Let's throw some drums on here, because I gotta hear this with some drums. Let's make it interesting. All right, let's do this real quick. We're just gonna get some drums. Let's look for a specific BPM. What that is? 117. All right, and let's go ahead and filter that up. Let's find a nice little drum loop. Man, hell nah, bro. Okay, let's make this easier on myself. Let's add a genre in here. I ain't really feeling like that. Where is the loops at, man? Come on, bro. Stop playing. I don't want no one shots. Give me some goddamn loops. I may have to use this situation. Alright, let's play it. Man, shut up. That's why I like this guy right here. Look till the blue face wear the fucking goddamn blue knobs, all the colors wear off and shit like that. Oh man. Alright. Let me oh shit. That was funny as hell, boy. You cracked me up with that. Now let's make this a little bit more interesting, excuse me, and we'll go ahead and sign out of here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and copy both of these, and I'm gonna get out your hair tonight because Big Red want to make fun of me and shit. Let me go ahead and change this to 19 and 17. All right, we're gonna process the drums, and I just kind of want to see how this sounds cohesively, and we out of here. All right, let me go ahead and make sure I got this shit turned down right here because it's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna hate myself tomorrow when I gotta mix these vocals. Shit. Put all this back here. Right here. Now, see, Red. See, look what you done done, man. Now, every time I'm touching this shit, you got me thinking that I'm gonna rub the damn gray off the goddamn knobs because what you said. Hey, man, I'm just excited, man. This unit really sounds great, man. All right, here we go. So what we're doing is I have the horns disabled. Okay, the horns are disabled. We're going to focus on the drums. hear that punch on the... You hear the punch on that drum? Man, on the E circuit? Man. So we in the build circuit right now. Now we're in the shelving. All right, let's go to the brass. That's pretty nice right there, man. That is pretty nice, man. So yeah, man, that is this video. I didn't mean to make it long, but you know what I'm saying, I got started talking and everything like that, and that's the whole purpose of a live stream, man, interacting with you guys and then all of that jazz right there, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and checking out the Super 9000 channel strip. Really good investment. If that's something that you're looking into, regardless if you go with the Revival or the Super 9000, I think you're gonna get your money's worth. Absolutely. And stuff like that. Especially if you do music, you want a nice sound, you're a fan of SSL, you want a high quality sound, you want a trophy piece in your studio, it fits all of those categories, and it's priced relatively low. A unit like that, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's a $3,000 unit, but you're getting it a grand less at $19.99. So you know what I'm saying, I mean, be honest with you, if you have it, go ahead and get it. It's a great piece, great workhorse in your studio, and I think you would love it. Again, it just depends on what type of work, what type of sound you want, and everything like that. If you ask me personally, Revival 4000, it's going to give you more of a grittier sound, more in your face, punchier sound and stuff like that. If you want the Super 9000, you want that clean but clean, sterile with a little bit of color, but in your face, very wide dynamic punch, Super 9000 is for you. But you can't, I mean, shit. It make me, like Red said, it made me I'm real curious about what the Revival sound like. But to each his own, man. They both do what they do. Like I said, I've heard plenty of sound examples out of the Revival 4000, and it sounds really, really great. But this one right here, just because I have it in the studio, man, it sounds really, really good. And like I said, you hear the sound differences in them. You hear the difference, but it's not coloring the sound. It's complementing the sound in the more expensive SSL way, if that makes any sense, man. So like I said, man, it's your pickings. Do your research though, man, for whatever you make and stuff like that. Don't buy it because you watching my video or you heard me talking. Do your research, get it for yourself and stuff like that, man. DJ Big Red, as always, man, I love you, dog. Nah, cause I'm good, man. If I spend that, bro, nah, I'm straight, man. See, nah, but definitely I had to yeah, I definitely had to get that 9000 though. That, like, right there, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a grown ass man, but I shedded a tear, man. Y'all don't understand, man. Like, I've been trying, like, I spent a lot of money on software trying to get the 9000 console sound. When the consoles, the Soft 2 console whole technology thing came out in the beginning, I bought me the console 1 controller, and then I bought the expansion pack for the 9000K sound. You feel what I'm saying? Then when the plug-in came out from Brainworks, the Michael Barr 9000J console, I bought that. You feel what I'm saying? Then when the SSL native plugins started, becoming famous, because they was already out there for a while, they just didn't have the marketing. And so once they picked up their marketing, changed the GUI, people started noticing. Then they start discovering, oh, this plugin is an actual emulation of the 9000K. Get it to me. You know what I'm saying? So I've been chasing that sound for a very, very, very long time. Even with the Waves SSL plugin. We all know that Waves 4000G, the best channel strip plugin for hip hop vocals. Shit, it's good and stuff like that. Even the 4000E, I've been chasing that sound. To have the hardware, bro, it's a dream come true, man, for real. So what he say? I'ma wear the motherfucking novelty off of it. You goddamn right. Shit, you don't pay $2,000 for something and you don't put that motherfucker to use. Hey, look, the next live stream, that bitch may be all gray. You feel me? I ain't playing with you. Hey, that 9000, that Super 9000 gonna look like a 4000 revival. You feel me? I'm gonna wear that whole out. You feel me? Nah, man, but you know what I'm saying, I really like it. And you know what I'm saying, if you're in the market of getting that sound, you want that you want that sound, man, do your research, get on ChatGPT, ask some questions about the differences between Revival and the Super 9000. Also ask questions about the 4000E console against the 9000J. ChatGPT gonna get you right. Do your own research. Go on the website, do your research. Get on Facebook, read the forums. Gear Space, read the forums. Get on Reddit, read the forums. Do your full research before you make a big investment like that. That's what I do every time I buy something. My wife make fun of me. She be like, you always researching. God damn it, I want to spend my motherfucking money right. That way when I spend my money, I know I'm spending it for a good reason and for a good cause. And when I use that motherfucker, I used it all for the money. You heard me? Big Red, that's your answer right there. So when I spend stuff, she ain't gotta fuck with me, because you know that money was well spent. On that note, man, I'm gonna get up out of here tonight, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, I have fun with y'all on the live stream. If you like this content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And wrong camera angle. Let's switch it up. All right, there we go. If you like this content, man, go ahead and get on the subscribe. You know, hit the subscribe button, like the video and everything like that. If you want some work, you're working on a project, you need help, just feel free to hit me up. Scan the QR code at the top left corner on the screen and stuff like that. Get in contact with me, man. DL, shout out to DL, man. He hit me up. We had a conversation. You know, people see you on YouTube and they don't think you're a real person. Me and Big Red chopped it up right before the live stream. We clown like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm a real person, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like you. You feel what I'm saying? So feel free to hit me up if you need any help. I'm here to help and stuff like that, man. I ain't got no money to burn. I really wasn't supposed to get in that savings account, but I felt bad when I made the purchase, but I feel good right now. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, I feel bad, but it's worth it, man, for real. I'm gonna get my money back on that for sure. Nah, man, but you know what I'm saying, it's worth it, man. Like I always say, if you believe in something, go ahead and do it and stuff like that. Go for your dreams. Go for it. If you believe in it, go for it. Stuff like that. You'd be surprised how many people miss out on opportunities because they thought about it and then they ain't make that first leap, that first jump. Go for it. That's all I can say, man. Go for it. You know what I'm saying? If you believe in yourself, you want to learn it, you want to create 5 albums before you leave this earth, go for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking around my studio, and I sat down yesterday, and I always said, what I have in my studio, I wanted it. When I wanted it, I couldn't afford it. I wasn't in the right place in my life and stuff like that. And as I got older, I didn't ask for anything. It's just when you put your mind to something, you say you want it, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna happen. You gotta work towards it, because nothing in this life is given to you. I'm a true testimony for that. Everything I had in my life, I experienced, I had to work my ass off for it. If you getting shit easy like that and stuff like that, you see people getting it easy, trust and believe me, they may be getting it, they may be working behind the scenes, but if you know damn well, like, nah, that's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. You gotta work for what you want and stuff like that. And I've seen other people, you know what I'm saying, come from the bottom and get where they want to go because they work their ass off and stuff like that. I like people like that. So yeah, man, work for what you want and stuff like that, man. It comes to you. Like I said, that's my motivation for today. Hope it bless you. I'm out of here. Red, man, it's always a pleasure, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you climbing, but it's always a pleasure, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be easy out there, man. Have a great weekend. Stay creative out there. You know what I'm saying? Create something, man. We almost at the end of the year. Get to your goal. Do what you got to do, man. Till next time, man. It's your boy, Super Mario. Next time, we're going to do a beat. I promise you, we're going to do some audio production, and we ain't gonna do this, but it's a lot of things happening right now, especially in the audio community. A lot of people putting out, you know, there's a lot of new technology coming out. This is the time of the year where they start, hey, we've been working on this product for the last year. Let's go ahead and put it out there. So my random live streams, they start happening around this time too. So a lot of good things is coming out, man. So subscribe, man. That's all I can tell you. All right, y'all be easy out there, man.